I was not sure what to play today, so since I feel a little bit better today, I guess.
You're here. Herta called Skrullum and I to the space station to discuss some important topics. She also sent an invite to Steven, but he didn't reply, and Herta didn't seem to want to wait any longer. And now, I wish for you to attend this meeting with me. I don't want Herta to worry herself over these frivolous matters, even though she probably wouldn't care anyway. Just in case, I want someone who will be on my side. In other words, you. Help me. It'll be easy. Just remember, my secret stays with you, don't pry too much, and keep your expressions in check. All right, let's go.
Wrong button.
Hi, Ron-May. I've been waiting for you. Oh, you're here too? Looks like you two have become quite friendly.
It's good to see you, madam. Affirmation. This reunion has happened earlier than my calculations predicted.
Though you weren't invited, I welcome you to remember this historical moment. How long has it been since 3 geniuses were in the same room together? And how long will we have to wait for it to happen again?
Affirmative. Discounting our discussions on the simulated universe, our interactions are scarce. I look forward to the innovative ideas that may emerge from this juxtaposition of minds.
Let me get straight to the point. I think it's time to find another partner for the simulated universe.
You wish to kick Steven out?
No, of course not. Steven doesn't want to get involved and voted to abstain. Oh, whatever. Look, I respect the way people want to live, but he doesn't have the chance to be involved in this decision-making anymore.
Question. Are we introducing a 5th partner for the simulated universe?
Yes, a 5th genius. The reason for our gathering is clear to everyone present. What else could prompt such a gathering of brilliant minds except for the answer? No one can refuse the secret of the eons. Not even Xandar. We'll definitely get a response.
What if the responder is Polka Kakamond?
That'd be great! Hey, Lord of Silence, are you listening? I'm member number 83, Herta, and I want to meet you. I believe you and I will have a lot to talk about.
It's unlikely we'll hear from Polka Kakamond. She's been off the grid for quite some time. Probability, member number 64, Dr. Primitive, may appear.
That's a hard pass. Given Dr. Primitive's shady research practices and his tussle with the Galaxy Rangers, the IPC will surely turn this into a media circus. He can get lost. I'd prefer it if the simulated universe remained scandal-free. What about you, Qingtu? Are you still in touch with her, Ron-May? Is she still alive?
Can we ask her to leave if we are to discuss this topic? The process will be long and boring. There's no need to take up other people's time.
Of course! You brought her in after all. It's up to you.
All right. Let me walk you out.
And what the heck is this?
Seems like a programming error.
Oh, this fragment of Ron-May. Have you seen it in the simulated universe before?
No, I have not.
It's probably an isolated glitch.
Fine. I'm used to turning a blind eye to these things. It makes life easier. I am curious, though. Are you gonna keep it, Ranmei?
I probably will. Records indicate she likes this occurrence.
All right, I agree. As long as it helps you with your research, you can do whatever you want.
Come along. I'll see you out. It appears I was overthinking things. Impulsive behavior is pretty characteristic of her after all. Thankfully, it was just a minor scare. Still, meetings give me such a headache. It seems I'll have to stay put for a while. I see that you've recovered the life form in the Master Control Zone. Thank you. Well done. I was simply being overly cautious. It is a habit of mine. Apologies. There's some things that I must tell you now. If I wait for the meeting to finish, then it might be too late. The retrieval of my life forms isn't complete yet. There's more than just one, and some are stored in a sealed zone. Herta uses that place to welcome visitors from across the stars, or to welcome members of the Genius Society. However, due to the Legion's invasion, it is no longer open to the public. And now my headache is stored there. There's much you don't know about the space station, and even more about Herta. But there is some information I can give you. That place is also used to welcome non-humanoid visitors, and has a shuttle that connects to outer space. I'm giving you my access card. Give me your hand, and I'll input your fingerprint into it. Stay vigilant, Assistant. Should you come across a threat you can't handle, just alert me. I'll come to your aid no matter what. Remember, there is a giant incubator in the middle of the zone. That's where my headache is stored. Once you're back, come find me on the railway platform. Then you'll understand everything.
Yeah, okay.
What would a sealed zone look like?
Don't know. Oh, a sealed zone. It's not being used, I guess. Oh great, there's ghost robots.
Seek, and you will find.
Buzz.
What's up with this unit? It looks different from the one in the Master Control Zone.
Buzz.
Madam Herta, open zone. Buzz. To welcome alien species, galactic visitors. High risk zone. Buzz. Service staff, inorganic life forms. Buzz. Permission status. Madam Ron Nay. Permissions granted. Madam Herta. Fine. As long as it keeps her happy. Buzz. Buzz. I am a twin of the rice-frying robot. I am the leftover rice-frying robot. Buzz.
Leftover
Maintain
frying.
zone operation. Job of inorganic life forms. Buzz. Welcome. Buzz. Visitor. How can I help? Basement 1. Transit hub. Buzz. Basement 2. Shuttle. Incubator. Dangerous curio storage. Buzz. Corridor. Danger. Buzz. Welcome. Visitor. What do you need? Buzz. Conclusion. You cannot enter. Probability 50%. Other paths are open. Assessment. Seeking directions. Buzz. Suggestion. Proceed to basement. Locate records of cultivation path. Buzz.
Stream forth the gleam of
Oops.
old blades. Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Sure, if I have a neediness playing this game. My neck is hurting a little bit. I slept so badly.
The kindling for the phase flame is fascinating. Unfortunately, before the research could be completed, it vanished. I've initiated new attempts. The growth status of the two samples this time is promising. I incorporated personal taste preferences into the concept, but I'm uncertain about the outcome of such an action. They simultaneously possess two sets of emotional traits. They are at once cute, weak, sentimental, and sensitive, yet are also fierce, instigating, demanding, and confident. Interestingly, they also possess a kind of inclination, a yearning for their creator. It manifests as a natural, inherent emotion, similar to that of a baby towards its mother. Life towards sustenance, or the peculiar bond between humans.
What's that sound out there?
Another cat. Cute.
This is the headache Runmei mentioned? It's just a different flavor. energy. Don't like negative energy. Run away. Why? Why am I a failure? What's that noise? Follow me. It'll be okay. I need to find a place for this little one. That sound seems to be from that locked room. How do I get in?
Try that again.
Free will, or was it fate? On still waters of oblivion.
Tough luck running into me.
Lance at the ready.
You can't run. Try that again.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
My turn.
It's time.
You can't run.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward. Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Dream forth. Unbelievable.
I never imagined there'd be so many of them.
Very cute.
The final days that member number 23 Echa spent in the Mechanical City showed me that even the longest of lives, such as hers, have a limit. I'm now certain that the outcome of this cultivation is Failure. Life can exist in thousands of different forms, which means the form itself has no purpose. These life forms are very advanced in their own concepts, and can even trigger chain reactions such as synesthesia. But that is not what I desire. I'm starting to feel lost. Perhaps the question, what is the essence of life, never had an answer. Number 1, Xandar. Have you ever felt this lost? Or resigned?
Are you telling me to keep going?
Life is countless and varied in form. I firmly believe in that. Its beauty is like a myriad of flowers, and I want to pluck the one that never wilts. The patterns of all things always have complicated and enchanting exteriors, while their inner essences remain simple and plain. If we were to trace things back to their roots, just one equation would be enough to solve the confusion of all life. Ever since I was a child, I have always delighted in observing aspects of microscopic creatures, such as the speed with which slime molds devour objects. I have also gazed far and wide across the macroscopic world, investigating the progress of the universe up to this day. It was all very simple. I wish to discover the true essence of life, something that all individuals possess unknowingly, whether it is the materialism of their existence or an unknown entity beyond corporeal realms. To avoid blind faith in science, I cautiously raised a query. Would Ram-Mei be able to peel away external influences? Just like pinpointing a coordinate, would she be able to uncover life's most primordial and beautiful form of existence? I thought of one life form that would truly lie beyond my reach, and that is...
You can't run! Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
Free will, or was it fate? Destined for oblivion.
My turn!
It's time.
The truth of life and death. Reveal the sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Not a scratch. Try that again.
Fighting is meaningless.
You can't run! Tough luck running into me! Here! Try that again!
Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Another blood debt repaid.
sounds fitting. Stay here for a bit. Did something just open?
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Hidden room. Buzz. Only Madame Ron May has permissions. Please submit your ID. Buzz. Permissions granted. Buzz. Select from the below services. 1. Check historical incubation records. 2. Inorganic lifeform companionship chat service.
Is this?
I thought of one life form that would truly lie beyond my reach. And that is an emanator. I cannot comprehend what an emanator is. Scholars view them as the executors of the Eon's power. So, when did it begin? And at what point did they become closer to the Eons than any other life form? At first, I tried to create a genius. I failed. That question has no solution yet, and a long journey of discovery still lies ahead. However, erudition isn't the only path in the universe. If we set logic aside, would there be more primitive and pure emanators on other paths? Of course there would be. Tazeront. I was able to see the beginning and end of the swarm disaster through the simulated universe, obtain data on the Imperator and Sectorum and their descendants, replicate them, nurture them, and create a brand new scientific discipline. It is a logical decision. I will certainly succeed. The entity that I reconstruct will bloom into a life never before seen. Will Herta and Screwlum like this experiment? Most likely not. Therefore, before they realize what I am doing, I must hurry my work, as well as find a fitting assistant.
Permission granted. Buzz. Select from the below services. 1. Check visitor records. 2. Open incubator entrance. Madame Ron May. Buzz. Alien species. Buzz. Man with plaster head. Buzz.
Seems like there's something new.
Permission granted. Buzz.
That sound's coming from above.
Nice try.
There's someone in the distance.
Here, a genius move. And how will you counter it? Only an idiot would ask such a question.
Who's that?
Just move this here. look distressed. Something the matter? If that's the case, you better get thinking.
Are you waiting for a sign? Time is ticking. Descend via the elevator. What you seek is there. Have you considered whether the answer to your question will be of any relevance to our current predicament? If a question is of no help, then don't ask it. Time is clearly precious to the both of us. Never mind. Allow me to clarify something. I know exactly who you are, and I'm aware you are in Ron May's employ. This was not my intended destination. I just happened to find my way here during my visit and saw what she was up to. My goals are roughly aligned with yours. Since you're here, I won't intercede. But should you fail, I will be forced to prevent some avoidable misfortunes. That's all you need to know. Just 2 paragraphs. Very effective communication. Because I can't bear to see idiots. Of course, they wouldn't want to see me either. The real Ron May's creation is hidden in the giant incubator below us. Go. Take the elevator and bear witness to this genius masterpiece.
The space station has an area this big? An emanator of propagation clone? How can that be?
On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Go away!
The truth of life and death, revealed this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! My turn.
Lance at the ready. To the finish.
Did you come here of your own volition? Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Watch this!
Indestructible.
You can't run!
Another journey begins. In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
Try that again!
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
You can't run!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward! How familiar. Notice that.
Stay right there while I give you a present!
I'm on
Gotta try
guard.
hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
It'll destroy the space station.
Did you come here of your own volition? Or was it fate? In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! With me out here, how can we lose?
Clemency? Never heard of it. The time is now.
Try that again!
Lance at the ready. Defend the weak.
Another journey begins. From the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, the two shall fall.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict. The time is now. The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
You have the worst luck running into me. Watch this! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward! Crusher!
Try that again!
Did you come here of your own volition? Existence fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, the two shall fall.
My turn. With me out here, how can we lose?
Indestructible.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Stay right there while I give you a present! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
creature was unable to sustain its own existence and vanished as if it had never been born. The threat is over. Time to get going.
Is it over? I need to get some answers out of Run May.
The meeting of geniuses is over. As for the future of the simulated universe, that conclusion isn't important. What's important is your task. You look upset, correct? I regret my actions. There's no defending what I've done. Time and again, my experiments have fallen short, and they've always yielded predictable results. I made a clone, but it doesn't hold a candle to the Emanator. Exactly as predicted. 56 seconds on the dot. Restrained by time and place, its code of life could only be considered an incomplete attempt. I managed to replicate the moment it was born. However, it would soon disappear and be reduced to particles. Like every living being, it inevitably faced its demise as it journeyed towards the end. I find no fault in that. However, even the briefest life should have meaning. I want to know the limits of its capacity. It will indicate how far I've gone in a field completely incomprehensible to me. And it was a minuscule step, just as I had predicted. I did say that if a danger proved too great for you, I would personally step in to confront it. I must admit, I'm not fond of scenarios where everything aligns perfectly with my expectations. An experiment should have its unforeseen twists. That's where the joy lies. Even the most predictable storylines can have their pleasant surprises. I have to admit that these little ones born in the process sometimes move me. I see a human-like response in them. It is a concept completely opposite to that of divinity. They have emotions. Emotions may be either positive or negative. However, the love rooted in the depths of their heart is eternal and unchanging. They're still a long way from becoming geniuses, and are therefore unable to discern whether this love is one of friendship, romance, or familial love. That being said, can even geniuses tell the difference? I cannot, at least. I do not understand what love is, and cannot respond to their feelings. Do you believe my actions were wrong? There's no need to tell me your answer. I just felt like asking the question. How should I take care of them? Perhaps leaving them at the space station is the best choice. Do I seem irresponsible? I'm sorry. I am often at a loss as to how to face my own creations. The effects of the anti-truth serum will also wear off. If others mention me to you in the future, you can answer however you like. Or even pretend you never knew me. After all, your memory of me will soon dissipate like smoke. Over time, hidden truths tend to surface. Past traumas, which I'd rather leave behind, have made me skeptical about trusting anyone but myself. If I do not want a secret revealed, the most foolproof way is to destroy it. The anti-truth serum will make you forget the brief period we spent together. It won't take effect immediately. It is a slow, intangible process, like the sweet fragrance of lotus leaves, plum blossom, sticky rice, and frosting sugar. Perhaps you'll remember someone performed selfish experiments on the space station, but you will no longer remember their identity. Perhaps we'll meet again someday, but you won't be able to connect me with the recollection. That way, the connection between life forms will be erased. Friendships, secrets, grudges, lies, all will disappear. It will make our lives more relaxing. Thank you. Screwlum will stay on the space station for a while longer. He and Herta still have problems they need to solve. As for me, I'm leaving soon and won't bother with goodbyes. Do you still remember the No Man's Land I mentioned? I'm considering a solo trip back there during my research downtime, just to see how things are. I miss member number 55 Yuqingtu sometimes. She used to always make something delicious for me to drink every time we parted ways. I hope I won't meet member number 4 Polka Kakamond. That would be quite troublesome. Who knows when the next gathering of geniuses will be? Do you have anything else you want to say to me? I find that difficult to answer. I thank you, Miss Assistant. If fate allows and you're interested, upon our next meeting, we could journey to No Man's Land and traverse its tranquil glaciers. Though I suppose it wouldn't be No Man's Land anymore. What a conundrum. Nice.
There's so many cats now.
Try that again.
oblivion.
My turn! You can't run!
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Not a scratch.
Try that again!
I've no interest in conflict.
You can't run! Try that again!
Fighting is meaningless.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Not a scratch.
Tough luck running into me! Phew! Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move!
Lance ablaze! Lance forward! Reach the end of the story in your own way.
No. That noise. Yeah. I can do this another time.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Harrider Newsflash. Good evening, Madame Herta fans. This is an urgent broadcast. The great Madame Herta, member 83 of the Genius Society, has been targeted in an attack at the space station. Her current whereabouts are unknown, with no group having stepped forward to claim responsibility. Many Heritors are upset at the ineptitude of upper management, having issued strong protest and condemnation.
Only Hertarium are accepted for payment.
Welcome to Herta Space Station.
Mr. Skrulum, this was a premeditated attack.
Conclusion. Their target was the space station, but their strategies are still unknown to us.
That's right. Which is precisely why we need her. The last to lay eyes on Herta's puppet before the attack was her.
And you are?
This is Dr. Ratio of the Intelligentsia Guild, a delegate from the IPC.
She's only just woken up. Dazed. She may need a few pointers.
Oh, that jerk.
Ah, we cross paths again. Do you remember me? Of course. Why would you? Memory is such a fickle thing, after all.
Miss Trailblazer, you must have many questions. Please be patient. Aster will explain it all to you.
You probably know the gist of things already. A few system hours ago, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. No. The attack happened on a base outside the station, beyond the surveillance camera's range. She's away on a visit. This issue didn't seem to trouble her much.
She received an invitation from the IPC before the attack occurred.
Ah, the technology department. Charming little place, isn't it? Madame Yabuli does possess some semblance of competence, but her subordinates? Oof. Oh, they're a riot. Brimming with enthusiasm, yet utterly devoid of intellect. It's as if evolution halted prematurely for them. They want to start some new collaborations with Herta, and have graciously extended an invite for me to play the role of science consultant. It's delightfully amusing. I can't wait to witness firsthand how these geniuses from the so-called Super Smart Club squander the IPC's vast resources. However, this attack was timed a little too well. I can't help but wonder if someone leaked this information, and the attackers seized the opportunity. Herta's aloof response to these juvenile provocations?
He's like a jerk.
Almost as intriguing. What a delightful little puzzle.
I've long heard that you're one of the best researchers in the guild, Dr. Ratio. We are honored to have your assistance.
Save your flattery. Time is hardly a luxury we can squander. To debate the merits of mere mortals in the company of an actual genius? Quite the paradox, if you ask me. Excuse me, you. Tell me, what were you doing the last time you saw that puppet? Don't play the fool. Think.
I think I was...
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. I'm sure you can manage that, can't you? Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned something important, but I can't remember. If only there were some hints, then maybe...
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
My memory is kind of hazy. What did I do after that? This is what I recall before I met Herta, but I can't remember some of the details. Let me try to remember the conversation with Asta.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind. Maybe the researchers at the Departments of Ecology or Insight may have an idea? Hinkle and are around here somewhere. I'd suggest you ask them about it.
Asta seems to have mentioned two names. Two researchers from the Departments of Ecology and Insight.
Those despicable villains are distorting the truth online. Ugh! If I discover who's behind this, they're gonna wish they'd never crossed me. A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body? Isn't that just a jinx? Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos? Well, I might be the Department of Ecology head, but I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to curios. Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating some paranormal phenomenon. I haven't seen him all day. I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station to be in such disarray while guests are visiting. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering. But there are some who are trying to exploit the chaos to agitate the workforce. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably turned into a big headache for Asta, too. Never mind, I shouldn't be telling you this. It's something that we researchers need to resolve ourselves. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Adler. Adler. Right. Then I ran into Arlen. Adler was with him. Adler was with Arlen. They were involved in some sort of incident.
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy? How could you let him?
Calm down, Brother Arlen. I know you're upset.
We're walking the dog.
We're having a walk.
Like I said, we're walking the dog.
So I'm the dog?
They seem to be hiding something.
Is there something you need?
Oh, really? What a coincidence. We're looking for him, too. That kid sure is brave, running straight to the scene on his own. No danger. Of course he's not in danger. Brother Arlen, I can't keep this up anymore.
Can you leave the talking to me next time? Let's walk and talk. Why are you looking for Adler? A lost curio. I see. He'll be able to help. Careful. The fragmentum in this area is very unstable. Over there! As I thought, he's in trouble. Let's go!
Move carefully.
Another journey begins. On the still waters of oblivion.
Tough luck running into me!
Free will, or was it fate? Existence fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
With me out here, how can we lose? You're annoying! You can't run!
I'm on guard. To the finish!
In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
You have the worst luck running into... Try that again! You can't run!
Lance at the ready. Defend the weak.
Step aside. I have...
Another germed system as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, the two shall fall.
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! I told ya I could fight. Watch this!
I'm on guard.
In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Peppy, are you okay?
Cute dog.
That's me. What's up? She wants to ask you something about Curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's in your hands now. Oh, about that investigation I asked for.
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. Catch you later. So, which curio do you want to know about? That's all you got? Too abstract. Well, there's beauty in the abstract, I guess. Have you asked the Department of Ecology head? Huh, she's not wrong. But that doesn't feel entirely right either.
Huh? What did I say?
Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis, but it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but what was the information I forgot? And from whom? Let's go over it from the start. I may have overlooked something. Oh, my memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind. How's it going? Did you find the information you're after? I see. Is that what Hinkle and think? At least that counts as a lead. See? My researchers are pretty outstanding. Just business as usual, nothing to worry about. After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under constant scrutiny. Physical damage can be easily repaired, but it takes a long time to heal the wounds in people's hearts. Some researchers have been questioning the management and security of the space station ever since the invasion. Things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts, but the researchers' disappearances have rattled them again. Yes. 4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared in a matter of days. No exit logs, no traces. Vanished. People were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic to spread, so I suppressed the reports and told the security department to investigate in secret. However, as you can see, it's hard to keep secrets in a sardine can like this. Rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the first place. I'm concerned someone's pulling strings to sway public opinion. Anyway, the most important thing is to get to the bottom of the disappearances. That's okay, but thank you for the offer. Aren't you helping Madame Herta with something already? Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing you mentioned, and I'll look into it too. I'll find a way to solve the problem for the space station.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The only thing I remember is that they're from the Department of Insight. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is.
Okay.
The other person should be from the Department of Insight. Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key to making sense of everything.
Hey, what brings you here, Rich? It's been so long.
I'm not that wonderful. I'm just okay.
It's all taken care of. As long as the money's there, it's all good. Here's the account you asked for. It's legit and secure, allowing...
Sure. Can I help you with something?
Oh, you flatter me. I'm just a peddler doing a little business on the side. Small scale. Best left under the table. But if you ever make it big in the guild, don't forget your humble friend, okay?
Again? How many times has it been? You're really pushing my buttons.
Here too. My memories are just a jumbled mess of words.
It's him.
Did my memory piece together irrelevant information? Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the base zone. What did Emily say?
I say, what a wonderfully intelligent-looking young lady.
I'm not that wonderful. I'm just okay.
No need to be modest. At my age, you get a feel for intelligence. Though I confess I did hear someone say you were the shining star of the Department of Insight.
Sure. Can I help you with something?
See this material here? People are so inconsiderate. How's someone like me supposed to make out the small print? I'm not getting any younger, and my eyesight is failing. Do you think you can...
Again? How many times has it been? You're really pushing my buttons.
Another smart-looking youngster. Wonderful. It's about time we had some new recruits.
Huh. Asta told you to find me? A curio that doesn't have a body but is alive. Isn't the Department of Ecology full of curio experts? That's got nothing to do with the Department of Insight. However, I've heard of such a species. A colleague who came back from a business trip said that the Xianzhou Alliance has life forms like that. Don't get me wrong, I was merely relaying information. I didn't mean I'd help you. The atmosphere on the space station has been getting stranger lately. It's risky taking sides.
The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler. The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be...
I figured you'd come to me to uncover the truth. I'm sorry. The situation is very delicate. I can't say anything except that it's a secret mission.
Just as I thought, I vaguely remember that Arlen said more. It's related to the thing I forgot.
I'm sorry. The situation is very delicate. How did you know? I see. Could you also tell that Lady Asta was feeling the pressure? I'll be honest with you. It's been tough. The surveillance didn't capture anything regarding the researcher's disappearance. There's only one clue. Adler observed that the automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances occurred. That means that every victim's disappearance was accompanied by some inexplicable fire. When we made visits to the scenes, some of the witness testimony seemed to agree with this. The words they used were spontaneous combustion of the human body.
Have you asked the Department of Ecology head? Huh, she's not wrong. But that doesn't feel entirely right either.
Huh?
Huh, she's not wrong. Ah, that's right! They're called Heliobi. I guess you could say that Wubbaboos and Heliobi are sort of like cousins. Both are types of energy life form. Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis, but it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. I need to go over it from the start.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned something important. If only there were some hints.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an energy life form. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it. That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering with it if it didn't have something to do with the Genius Society. Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
Yeah.
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. My ears certainly are. So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio. After which you knew nothing else until Lady Asta contacted you. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivating drama?
Affirmation. We can ask Herta herself.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 system hours. But as it stands, not a single soul can corroborate her story.
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would seem to have a preconceived bias.
Apologies, it's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. It is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid research. It can still help us reach the truth. If she is truly innocent, she can clear her name with answers. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
I remember now. Back then...
That's enough pretend. Based on your story, you met with Herta because
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. Based on your story, you met with
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. Based on your story.
If you knew Herta, then you wouldn't find it weird.
Don't interrupt other people. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't...
I remember now.
That's enough and the assignment involves a curio...
I remember now.
That's enough and the assignment in...
Herta didn't mention the name of the curio. We were talking about something else, and she just mentioned it in passing. However, she did give a thorough description of the curio. I didn't make that up.
True. You wouldn't be able to make that up.
Why do I feel like I'm being looked down on?
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out, and the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even Herta's collection.
Sure, but you're the one saying the curio in question is ordinary.
Say what you want to say.
A correct observation, if I may add.
Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio?
I remember now.
That's enough. Herta's collection. An endless
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it because of its relation to the Genius Society.
There we go.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a...
Yes. That seems logically sound. Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
Yes, to get more information about the curio. I didn't get a direct answer, but Asta recommended I seek out a researcher who could help.
Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio.
I remember now.
That's enough. Then you said you asked Asta for help.
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. Then you said you asked Asta for help.
I remember now.
That's enough Then you said, however.
Mr. Ratio, it's because...
I'm asking her, Lady Asta. Your testimony went out the window, however. She decided to hold her tongue until now?
I remember now.
That's enough however. She decided to hold her
I remember now.
That's enough however. She decided to...
I remember now.
That's enough however. She decided to hold her tongue until now? So what's the story?
Asta isn't trying to hide anything. It's because of her position. Some things shouldn't be said in the open.
What could be more important than Herta's safety?
I agreed for Mr. Ratio to become involved in this. I should consider him one of us. It's okay. You can tell him.
So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is it...
I remember now.
That's enough. So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful...
The space station has been very distrustful of its higher management ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Another severe incident would further intensify suspicion and cause great internal strife.
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. After all, they wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act for the space station's benefit. 2 researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon...
Yes, I ran into Arlen when looking for Adler.
Adler?
A level 2 researcher. According to the Department of Ecology head, he knows more about curios than anyone else. He happened to be helping Arlen investigate the disappearances.
Well, did he enlighten you?
Adler seemed to have had an idea at the time, but he never contacted me again.
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yeah.
I remember now.
That's enough. Researchers' disappearances, you say?
I remember now.
That's enough. Researchers' disappearances, you say?
I remember now.
That's enough. Researchers clearly, though. It bears no
connection? I disagree. There should be evidence linking them together. If I review a certain record...
Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet
I remember now.
That's enough. Clearly, though, it bears no
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. Don't know the location. Isn't that the same as missing?
She did say that. But then what?
There should be evidence. Arlen discovered something odd when he was investigating the disappearances. The space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances happened. Arlen mentioned that each victim disappeared due to spontaneous combustion.
Huh. But there are no signs of a fire anywhere in the space station.
That's what's so odd about it. But this information has an additional layer of importance. This may not be direct evidence, but if the system also recorded the fire suppression system activating when the puppet was attacked, then there's ample evidence to indicate that these 2 cases are linked.
If these 2 incidents were caused by the same person, then the suspicion put on you would decrease, provided that this fire suppression record does exist in the system.
We'll see in the main control room. Let's go. Huh? What was that?
This is bullshit.
Harrider Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
This is...
A declaration of war, and an announcement of what's to come. They have set their sights on you. The Legion's impact remains, and the Annihilation Gang is already paying a visit. It almost seems like this space station is more suited for the path of destruction than erudition.
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from Fatora, a world long since destroyed. His race, the ever-burning fire demons, regard Nanook as their emperor and savior, but the Eon has never cast their gaze upon them.
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. Primitive's assessment of them. The value Nanook sees in the Annihilation Gang is perhaps far less than one might see in a child who deliberately broke a vase. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite and destroy items. Ifrit is particularly evil and cruel, even among his kin. The Everflame mansion he heads is even the arch-enemy of the Japella Brotherhood, despite both groups belonging to the Annihilation Gang.
Japella Brotherhood? I've heard that name somewhere.
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of inciting the Japella Rebellion, the uprising that caused the downfall of the Brotherhood.
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames, and Ifrit's power has grown by the day ever since. Would you believe it would be merely a coincidence? Something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? For him, it's as routine as me finding fault in everything. The disappearance of researchers and the puppet were all part of the plan. And after that video will soon circulate. And this station's fate? Flames. Nothing but flames.
The destruction of trust.
I'm afraid more than trust will be destroyed here. You need to start acting now if you want to survive. You, come with me. You have a superior strategy? Pray tell, do we set the two of them loose, turning whispered fears into full-blown pandemonium?
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage. I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best I can. Please, investigate the issue quickly.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Not good. This is serious. The security department will do whatever we can to help you.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Sure, but the security department already combed through their backgrounds and personal relationships. We didn't find anything odd. The Annihilation Gang are a group of die-hard thugs. They might be attacking indiscriminately.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Okay.
Take it. Remember these names. Find a friend who's tuned into the gossip around here and tell them you want to know the relationship between these people. I don't know. That depends on your friend.
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the Department of Ecology, if you would be so kind.
He disappeared too. I didn't really notice at first. Adler's difficult to get a hold of at the best of times. But it's been a few system hours, and I still can't reach him. Even the surveillance cameras can't find any trace. The last time I saw him was in the Master Control Zone. He was with Wen Sherling from the Department of Implement Arts.
Lead the way. You said Adler was on the verge of a discovery, yet couldn't confer his knowledge. Intriguing and frustrating, to say the least. If his disappearance is also related to the case here, then maybe he really did stumble upon something important.
True. The key words that got Adler thinking were energy, life forms. Duke Inferno is also an energy life form. Coincidence? We need to investigate this.
Harry Capo, all the good taste
That jerk! Jerk! Fine! Disappear! I don't ever want to see your face again! Oh, it's you. It's Adler. Adler disappeared. He's been acting really weird recently. Always researching stuff like spontaneous combustion, supernatural activities. He doesn't even answer me when I speak to him. He was talking to himself.
What did he talk about?
He kept saying the word phrase.
Phrase.
Who said said I want him back. But if you want to find him, he was reading this booklet the last time I saw him. I don't know exactly what he's searching for, but I hope it can help you.
Your countenance suggests tragedy. So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. Isn't that a curious puzzle piece? I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It recorded the lives of a few Genius Society members. I'd say it contains some interesting information. It's time to go back and chat with Lady Asta and Mr. Screwlum.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading. The incident hasn't grown any bigger, for now. How are things with you?
Less than promising. Or to use a different phrase, we're in deep trouble. We're running out of time. Let's retrace our steps and evaluate the situation. From the data we've collected, there are 3 avenues we can explore. First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
Adler also.
You think that Adler's discovery drew the enemy's attention?
Indeed. First, Adler's disappearance.
I understand.
Tenuous connection. First, Adler's disappearance.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. First, Adler's disappearance.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. First. The next angle.
Distasteful discussion.
A mere glance at their background would indicate they share no commonalities. However, after browsing through their online records, you discovered they all wield influence on the space station's dark web. Lady Asta must know what this... The next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. The next angle is what...
I understand.
Tenuous connect. The next angle is what the victim...
I understand.
Tenuous connect. The next angle, last, is the... You probably already... The fire demon of Fatora, last, is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the sea. During prior unrest, in the flickering tongues of Duke... Look. This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. This booklet.
It's the phase flame. However, she lived for a mere 29 days on the human calendar. The phase flame shifted into a different phase as soon as it was created.
This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions.
I understand.
Tenuous This booklet describes a kind of
I understand.
Tenuous connect. This booklet describes a kind of fire that the kindling of this unique flame must.
Somebody was once. If Ifrit is a
the kindling of this unique flame must.
I understand.
Tenuous connection. The kindling of this unique flame must.
I understand.
Tenuous connect. The kindling of this unique flame.
I
understand.
Care.
Tenuous the kindling of this I fear that undoubtedly, and Adler already. I fear that this is the truth Adler discussed.
I understand.
Tenuous connection. I fear that this is the truth Adler discussed.
I understand.
Tenuous I fear that this is the truth. When Schurling said, I believe this word, as a scion of the phase flame, Duke Inferno would never. That is the truth. We don't know where the victims went, but Duke Inferno's plan is now clear.
I hate this
And the
so much.
sudden and consecutive disappearances provided the best environment for chaos to fester. Once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. It will push the crisis from the dark into the light, catalyzing it into new growth and bloom. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
Come on, please fit.
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed, it needs one more spark.
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. If it were me, I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Her life was not in danger. Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame, lacking any phase shift ability. Logic. Asta is still within the confines of the space station.
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station. Find it, and we'll find a way to bring her back.
A splinter, you say? The arrogance of the gifted is charming in its own way. Try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc among the researchers. When the fire fizzles out, his malevolent plans will vanish without a trace.
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space in the Curio storage room. With some changes to its parameters, I can use it to block the fire's teleportation routes and seal it inside the station. Mr. Ratio, please go with Miss Trailblazer and contain the fire.
So it's you. Our time spent with one another is precious. So it's you. Our time spent with one another is precious.
The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it. For the theater of the mediocre.
That's weird.
The way is awash with flames. It must have just teleported. Be careful. Get ready to dash into the fire. See? It's still in the space station. Like Skrullum said, it cannot escape from here. Do you know what to do with cornered prey? Hunt it.
Dying. This place is strange.
It's still resisting. The fold in the space has shifted. I can deduce its escape route with a mere glance. Mediocre.
Rules are made to be broken.
Fighting is meaningless.
Destined for oblivion.
Answer me.
Another blood debt repaid.
nothing to do with you.
The flame is getting weaker. Duke Inferno can't maintain it anymore. Seems like this...
Stream 4.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the firelight, not knowing that the blessings of destruction already lie at their feet. It is little wonder that even the descent of the Savior's Legion was unable to cleanse this place. But next time, expect no intermediaries. I will come to personally offer you the demise of your sins with infernal fire.
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Duke Inferno has discarded this fire. Oh? No. Hold on.
Oh wow.
Ah, the banal theatrics of stalling.
That's a lot.
Let's not. Shall we?
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Quick! Let's make it quick. Yeah!
Again? Still waters of oblivion.
Answer me.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Too late to repent.
He's so weak.
Destined for oblivion.
So this is the extent of Miss Green's materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong.
Free will, or was it fate?
Let's go.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
Another journey begins.
The truth of life and death. Reveal the sanctuary is but a vision.
Rules are made to be broken. Just a scratch.
A miracle.
Fighting is meaningless.
Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of oblivion.
Let's make it quick. Yeah!
Destined for oblivion.
Rules are made to be broken.
Secret of the safe.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
So this is defeat.
Ah, the banal theatrics of Stalin. Let's not, shall we?
Still waters of oblivion.
Your answers?
Let's go.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Test. I'm asking questions.
Just a scratch. Yeah.
Free will.
Out of defense. Answer me. Free.
Let's go.
Mediocre.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
So this is the extent of Miss Green's materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong. SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
That's half the work. Still waters of oblivion.
0 points.
This is our chance. Yeah.
The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
It too shall fall.
Merciful Medicus.
Fighting is meaningless.
Rules are made to be broken.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Test.
No interest in conflict. The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Secret of the safe.
Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of oblivion.
Your answers?
This is our chance.
Plop.
Good work. You did very well. Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. She is recovering in the clinic. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers. Affirmation. They are all safe and sound. It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable curio expert solved it from within. Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them, but they are otherwise fine. Yes, it is over. This business is over, and I believe the space station will be able to deal with any internal aftershocks. In Herta's stead, I thank you for your efforts, madam. But there is one mystery that remains unsolved. And that is something I must deal with myself. I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or is the safety of the space station beneath your concern?
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlam. But do explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already had the pieces of the puzzle?
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same decision as you, to accompany and observe.
Oh, and when did you become convinced?
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack, which never aligned with the Annihilation Gang's modus operandi. Logic? A third party saved them.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those people would already be space waste, floating past the windows here.
You are more candid than I calculated.
But still behaving within your calculations, no? One last question, Skrullum. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful instinct of a medical doctor, but maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar. And pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Skrullum is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. You still got one thing wrong. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness that is harder to cure than any ailment. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. Those less gifted have no choice but to walk alone, enduring a lifetime of tumbles and triumphs. But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude and despair, when help is absent, that fools grasp how to pick themselves up. I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread. Regrettably, this space station is just like the Intelligentsia Guild, devoid of geniuses and filled with mediocrity.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. As for the answers, they'll find them themselves. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit, and it is capable of leading us to the right conclusion. For the masses of the mediocre to reach a level of awareness, this is a necessary rite of passage.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
As for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
it is also a lesson I left for her. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with such brilliant minds. Let's hope they're as memorable as those we had today. A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
Noise.
Finally done. I hate that so much.
Wow, you're finally back! And just in time for the Express's grand spring cleaning. Have you ever heard of a Washtopia? It's a place where space vehicles can stop to rest. There are plenty of them throughout the universe. They're close enough together that you can travel between them without even activating a warp device. Washtopias only clean the exterior of the train, and they do a great job too. However, the seats, rooms, windows, all the nooks and crannies inside the Express, we have to do those ourselves. Since you only just got back, why not take a little rest and chat with the crew? Once
Noise. Noise.
Something seems off. Pom-Pom already selected a route. We've seemingly gone off course. Strange. Pom-Pom's navigation is always precise. Stay vigilant. There might be a magnetic field nearby interfering with the Express's navigation system.
What happened? What's happening? Did you see that huge shadow? Everything outside is red. What's going on? You really expect me to know the answer to that? Even Mr. Yang looks surprised. That's not something you see every day.
March, the Express encountered an obstruction. The disturbance triggered a chain reaction. The Express was struck from behind by another vessel.
How do you crash into someone in space?
Another vessel in our vicinity encountered the same obstruction and was unable to control its velocity. After the collision, 2 individuals found their way onto the Express.
I see one behind.
It doesn't seem like it.
Compensation? They hit us! Well, if they're here to stir up trouble, I'll teach them a lesson. Let's go check it out.
Another anomaly in this shining universe. A blooming splash of colors. You are truly beautiful. A lady? I offer a sincere compliment. You're akin to a flower in winter. Oh? Another beautiful soul. Allow me to introduce myself.
What the hell?
I am Argenti. I belong to the Knights of Beauty.
Even though
May I
like
know your
red hair, he is a weird romantic.
Please don't do this. He seems like a good guy. Hi, Argenti. I'm March 7th.
An honor. I was just explaining the significance of beauty to this foliage. Pardon my abruptness, but I have a habit of asking questions. As fellow beings of this universe, are you acquainted with Idrilla the Beauty? The Knights of Beauty travel from planet to planet, spreading the beauty's glorious reputation across the universe, so that every being may know of their existence. We strictly adhere to the commandments of our faith, tempering our physical forms and upholding our honor. Yes, though not exclusively. Just as I extol the beauty in this foliage, what I anticipate is an encounter, a collision and exchange of minds and philosophies. Do you doubt such an assertion? You need not, young lady. Both my words and actions come from the bottom of my heart. You are indeed beautiful, like flowers blooming in the morning sun. Young lady, now that you know something of the beauty, I wonder, can you resonate with this philosophy and place your trust in Idrilla?
No.
I understand. Young lady, with all due respect, I believe you refuse to acknowledge the beauty simply because you lack knowledge on the subject. I cherish different ideas, but judging from this situation, since you do not understand the beauty, I will have to show you in a way that only a knight can. I earnestly request a chivalrous contest with you. Should I be fortunate enough to triumph, I ask you to acknowledge Idrilla the Beauty as the most peerless beauty of all. To my lasting sadness, no. It is an unspoken rule of the Knights of Beauty that commandment is uttered before a battle between knights. I apologize. Forgive me for my lack of eloquence.
Why are you fighting?
Communicating with others can be a most difficult endeavor. It is through action alone that we can convey our intent faithfully. May you understand.
Another journey begins. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
Let the duel commence.
Another scratch. Try that again.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Did you come here of your own volition? On the still waters of oblivion I guide the wandering souls.
The truth of life and death, revealed this sanctuary, is but a vision.
My turn.
Lance at the ready.
You can't run!
Pledged on loyalty.
Try that again!
Step aside. I have no interest.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Behold, this symbol of pure beauty.
Gotta Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
My gallant friend, put forth all your might.
Sorry to interrupt whatever's happening here. Forgive the interruption, but I just spoke with Himiko. The situation is more urgent than we imagined. You're welcome. Just doing my job.
My deepest apologies, Mr. Yang. My concentration has been solely centered on my conversation with her. Now, it is only fitting to disclose the main reason for my presence here. To work jointly in resolving the crisis before us.
Oh, hell no.
I was piloting the one and only through the galaxy when I discovered Velite, an IPC worker who accidentally fell into a huge cave, from which I saved him. Upon saving Velite, I altered my flight course to accompany him to his original location. Consequently, I inadvertently ended up on the Express's navigational trajectory. According to him, he is an IPC worker. I believe he's currently resting in the carriage. He is still in a state of shock. He swore to follow Adrilla the goddess after being impressed by what he saw during our adventure.
Thank you for coming. It'll be a first for the Express to work alongside the Knights of Beauty.
Enjoy the present moment. Continue to enjoy the present moment. You misunderstand. I must first wholeheartedly enjoy the red night of the universe before I can discover an inharmonious pitch. These two things are correlated. Once I discover the cause, I shall destroy it.
Well, try not to take too long. Things could deteriorate at any moment. Could you please go check on Velite? He looks uneasy. He's a guest of ours, after all.
What is it? Here to cheer me up? Save your breath. Your intentions might as well be written on your forehead. I'm just a small-time IPC worker. That Argenti rescued me. I don't know anything, and I can't help you guys. I want to go home and have dinner. Once we're out of this jam. Did Argenti tell you that? Oh, that guy is unbelievable. Before he rescued me, he said something like, "You must pledge to acknowledge Adrilla, the beauty, as the most peerless beauty of all." I told him I'd marry her if he'd liked, as long as he got me out of that stinking cave first. And he refused. I couldn't believe it. My life was on the line, so I just repeated after him. Adrilla, the beauty, etc. You get the picture. Then he corrected me. It's Adrilla, not Adrilla. Who came up with such an awkward-sounding name? I'm a pencil pusher. What the heck do I know about the Eon of Beauty? But of course, I repeated it again in order to survive. Adrilla the beauty, the most peerless beauty of them all! Just like that. Do you think I like being negative? My friend, this is what's known as falling prey to the grim reality of life. Understand? When I was young, I assumed my life would be like a novel. I wanted to be a pilot, flying through outer space, exploring the universe in a grand spaceship. But then my parents told me I'd have to work for the IPC and make a bunch of money to fulfill my dreams. What do you think? Do rich people make forced vows in caves? I gave up my unrealistic dream of becoming a pilot and worked for the IPC instead. I guess I'm living the life of a supporting character now. But after running into Argenti, I had an idea. Perhaps I could make some money with him and turn my life around. He's tall, handsome, and a knight. Packaged and marketed the right way, I'm sure he'll pique a lot of interest. I told him about my idea, that he could advocate for the beauty while also incorporating currency as a notion of beauty. That would allow him to preach more efficiently. He was very impressed. I'm planning to contact the marketing development department as soon as I'm off the Express. He'll make a great IPC product spokesperson, and I can be his agent. Now, the question remains, will this guy shine brighter as an image-focused idol, or should we showcase his formidable talents and mold him into a powerful star? You're right. It'd be a shame to waste such a handsome face. He just screams idol. So when can I get off the Express? I need you guys to solve this traffic jam problem ASAP. Were you even listening to me? All right. I have nowhere else to be. Let's go. Huh? What was that sound? Did someone scream?
There was a strange sound. It was terrifying. Did you hear it? Pom-Pom knows the Express inside and out. It definitely wasn't the train.
Is it possible that the jolt just now damaged the Express? Did something manage to sneak in?
Do we know where the sound came from?
It sounded like it came from the passenger cabins. Or the conductor's cabin.
But those are in opposite directions. How about we go check our own rooms? Hey, don't scare me. I'm sure there's a scientific explanation for this, right? Now's the time for action. I'm gonna go check my room. If there's a problem, I'll let you know.
March has a point. Pom-Pom will go check the conductor's cabin.
Is that me? What's she saying? I know your past. The things you want to see, to touch, to know. Your home, family, friends, emotions, what you love and what you despise. I'm the complete March 7th, with all of your forgotten memories. Who are you? Why do you look exactly like me? Why did you stop talking? Oh, what kind of creepy...
March, can you hear me?
Huh? My phone. Himeko, there's something really weird happening.
I know. March, get out of there right now.
But...
March! Please reply. Have you left the room?
Did something happen to March?
Not good. I need you and Don Hung to check on March.
I'll accompany you. Velite, you too.
What? All right, if things get dangerous, I'll hide behind you.
Oh no.
It's an insect?
Ugliness. The inharmonious pitch has surfaced. Honor compels us to vanquish this dissonance.
You're annoying!
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Okay.
Destined for oblivion.
Here! Try that again. You can't run!
I've no interest in conflict.
From the still waters of oblivion.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
That was so scary! It was like a long-lost twin sister had suddenly appeared out of nowhere. I can't believe it was only a bug.
I did not envision seeing true stings again.
Huh?
There was a whole bunch of those bugs chasing me when Argenti found me in the cave.
I was under the impression that I had successfully routed all of them. However, it appears that the stings continue to pursue us. Could it be? Velite, perhaps you still bear sting pheromones on your body.
Huh? Farah, what is that? Is that bad?
Yes, I've read about true stings in the databank. They emit fibrous particles from their wings during flight, the inhalation of which can induce perceptual distortions and hallucinations. I'm afraid March may have inhaled some of these particles. That's why she saw another version of herself in the room.
So that was just a hallucination? Huh. Why do I feel kinda disappointed? Wait, I thought hallucinations were supposed to be completely random. Why did I see an identical me?
Did it do anything strange?
It said it knew about my past. And then it stopped talking.
I'm afraid that's not enough information for us to draw a conclusion. My concern is that numerous stings may have already infested the Express. Their elusive nature helps them stay in the shadows, but they may also be roaming freely. We have to prevent them from propagating. If not...
I don't want to see a bunch of marches roaming around the Express. One of me is enough.
We're on the same page.
When did she take... Oh, she taking pictures of everything that's happening. I remember that. That was adorable. I don't remember which room is mine.
This isn't good. Evidence of a swarm is apparent, and it looks like several eggs are on the verge of hatching.
They're embryos for now, but their transformation into
shitty
larvae
mode.
could be imminent. And their growth may exceed our initial estimates.
This is a race against the clock.
Check around the Express.
Hello.
What are you up to?
More eggs! The sting's propagated on the Express! Are there eggs in my shoes?
The clock is ticking! We need to find a more efficient method. Act quickly! Let Pom-Pom think. Every one of us should be involved! Velite!
What? What am I doing?
Use your brain and think of something!
Well, as a conductor, don't you have any emergency procedures in place?
Oh! Now that you mention it, Pom-Pom does have a backup measure.
Oh,
We'll
could
need...
you not tell that before?
This mobile express cleaner should come in handy. I was planning to use it to sweep the express's ceiling during spring cleaning. It's got a nifty wide-angle lens on it. Once we zip it up into the air, we'll have eyes on the whole scene. Not a single nook or cranny will be able to hide from us. I mean, I know this isn't what it's meant for, but we have no other choice. If you think you can do this, I'll start piloting. Watch carefully. I'll be cleaning out the nooks and crannies as we go. All right, let's do this. Where do you want to check first? Stay alert. Now's not the time. Nothing out of... What are you doing? Nothing out of the ordinary here. Maybe we should check the faraway cars. What do you... Stay focused. You need to check every corner.
Mind if I take it for a spin? This little gadget could be the next big thing in spaceship cleanliness. Even Argenti could put his name to it. I'll jot that down. Let's carry on.
You still awake?
You must be the creature that she mentioned. Does it bother you that people deem you cute? Believe me when I say that you are more than cute, my friend. You are a delightful ball of pure charm. Needless to say,
What the
it
hell?
is an honor to encounter beings such as yourself. But I shall never give up my spiritual training. If this crisis cannot be averted, I shall die for the glory of the Knights!
What's going on? Why is he chatting with these bugs?
I think he's also fallen into a hallucination.
Is he seeing another him?
I don't think so. I think he may be perceiving an unfamiliar presence.
Well, let's go save him.
beautiful beings. Are you disciples?
He looks beyond saving.
Yeah, don't
He
save
could be
him.
in considerable danger. Let's proceed.
You're annoying!
Destined for oblivion.
Here! Try that again! You're annoying! You're annoying!
I'm on guard.
Still waters of oblivion.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Tough gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move!
Oh, I didn't see you type. I'm focusing so much.
What's wrong? Afraid of what I might do?
What? Is that the short version of it? I have not heard that term before. HCR. Yeah, I played this one. When I don't know what to play. And if I feel a little bit too ill to concentrating too much. Oops.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
It's so satisfying for some reason seeing them pop.
I must apologize. I cannot believe that such a beautiful creature was merely a hallucination. Its deceptive and threatening nature is much uglier than its appearance would suggest.
You mentioned this thing transformed into an object of beauty, something that she once spoke of, that you never personally encountered.
There is one game I'm waiting for getting into my mail. I ordered the Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 5. I'm still waiting for it to get to my mailbox.
Yes, it was something she mentioned that I wanted to see in person.
I don't know what other type of game I want to play. I'm considering maybe buying what is it called again? Is that new game? I don't remember
I
the name.
see. This, together with the fact that March's hallucination claimed to know her past, suggests that these visions feed on people's subjective experiences and long-term sentiments. In order to take the form of what they personally desire.
Suicide Squad.
So, in
There
Argenti's
it
eyes,
was.
Wubbaboos are a thing of beauty. But my past isn't something I'm constantly thinking about. I have plenty of other dreams.
That's not how it works. The desire to know your past embodies purity itself, a thing of immense value.
I wonder if the dying words of those ugly menaces can be trusted. As the saying goes, even an insect speaks kind words when death is near.
Are you implying that the insect imparted you with a message prior to its demise?
Correct. Its final words were,
Suicide Squad.
celebrate
The game
this
looks
superficial
good, but people
victory,
says
for you will
it's
never be able to
bad or
acknowledge
some-
the existence of the
Some
Overlord.
people says it's good, and some people that says it's bad.
Let's
And I want to
ignore the
try it out
fact
to
that you
figure out
understand
if it's
insect speak for
decent or
now.
not.
That sentence... Wait! I think I understand. When reading through the chronicles of interdimensional insects in the databank, I came across a species that had only been described in records. Due to the lack of research samples, the author gave it a tentative name: Giant Sting. This species can reach tremendous proportions and is big enough to swallow an entire star knot. I believe the Overlord Argenti mentioned could be referring to this colossal being. And we're...
I think I understand. We are in the belly of the beast.
Yes, that's my theory.
I see. That would explain what Velite and I experienced earlier.
What do you mean?
Did Velite mention that he was trapped in a dark and enormous cave when we first met? Now that I think on it, we did hear sounds akin to swallowing and other movements from the cave.
Yes, and your flight path happened to intersect with the Express's star rail, meaning we might have encountered the very same giant sting. Now, we need to see if we can prove the theory correct.
Oh, what is that?
It looks like our theory has already been confirmed. Let's talk to Mr. Yang.
So creepy. I hate that noise.
Oh, it's so quiet. Someone say something.
After meeting all of you, I, Argenti...
I don't care.
How's it going? Has there been any progress?
Let me explain the situation.
I'm more fan of the red-haired girl, but instead of the boy.
I see. If the Express has been swallowed, then perhaps we could try pushing the Express's engine into a temporary state of overload and use the momentum to burst out of the giant Sting's body.
Warp jumping requires a lot of preparation, and it might alert the swarm.
It would be risky. The engine might overheat and burst into flames. Still, I don't have any better ideas.
I am not
I
fond
don't
of
have
this
one
idea.
of those. I only have 3.
Could it fail?
Most because my channel is so
In a
small.
word, yes. The outer components of the Express may well be melting in gastric acid as we speak.
It would seem our enormous, hideous enemy is right outside.
No! So my teddy bears and bunnies are gonna be liquefied by stomach acid? I've had them for ages! I need to find a way to save them!
Let's stay calm. I need some time to check the engine with Himiko. For now, just try and take your minds off the situation.
It's all right. We're in this together.
Have you noticed? Morale on the Express is low.
I want to get her so badly. Ah, there it is. How many? Ooh, I'm getting a lot. I'm waiting for the right ones to get.
It's rare to see March genuinely worried. But given the circumstances, maybe you could try reassuring some of the crew.
The Express has faced all kinds of obstacles on its journey. Today is just another one. It's no reason to stop trailblazing. Such is the very essence of trailblazing. It is through these trials that we find wisdom and maturity.
I like her so much.
The Express is melting?
How is this even possible? I've been swallowed by a cave twice now. Is this my destiny?
We need to get out of the Sting's stomach as soon as possible.
So we are
Mom doesn't
inside
want
the
the
big.
Express to sustain
book.
damage.
Everyone, just
gross.
calm down.
Calm yourselves, all of you. I'm bidding farewell to this Flora. After having made friends with all the beings on the Express, and having discussed the beauty with each of you, I can now depart this mortal coil without regret.
Ugh, can you and the Fern get a room already? How can anyone establish a bond with a houseplant? Although, I guess you could say the same about me and my teddy bears.
The Express is home to all of us. No matter what happens, we're in this together.
Who knew our first meeting would be our last?
Nonsense! This won't be our last meeting. But I'm happy the Express has started to grow on you. Now, where should Pom Pom start the story?
Are you really about to tell a story? Look, it's been nice meeting you and all, and I'd love to shoot the breeze. But are you people really just going to give up?
Velute, I will escort you to your destination. A knight always keeps his word.
Don't assume you can reassure me that easily.
Okay, that's enough. In times like this, we should be trying to give each other hope. No, the Express is strong. I'm sure we can think of something.
I've completed the engine inspection. Though the warp device isn't immediately operational, I believe we can still manage brief spurts of acceleration. Unless there are any major objections, I'll begin preparations.
Mr. Yang, one moment, please. I've suddenly happened upon an idea that might just help resolve our crisis. While the Express is being prepared, I would like to speak with her in private.
Seriously? Can't you just tell all of us?
Were I to air such a proposition among you, verily, it would be dismissed in an instant. Yet, as a knight, it is my duty to aid the Express in resolving this issue.
I want to kick his ass
so you're a
badly.
mind reader now, too?
At this stage, any plan is a plan worth hearing. March, hang fire. Let's see where this leads us.
Thank you. I apologize for being so abrupt. You must find me strange for wanting to speak with you alone. I will tell it to you straight. I have a strong sense that, as a Knight of Beauty, I have a duty to fight this battle. I propose that I disembark from the Express to confront the giant sting directly. My strategy is to pierce its stomach with my lance, triggering spasms that may cause it to eject the Express. It is challenging for me to articulate this phenomenon. Yet, when I observe certain entities, an indistinct sensation of beauty arises from my core, discernible only by instinct. Perhaps my long solitude traversing the cosmos has made it difficult to discern where these sentiments originate. But as a knight, I realize my obligation is to safeguard the seed that embodies beauty, standing as a bulwark to defend it against all. The Astral
Where's the button
Express
to kick his
is
ass?
that seed. It feels warm, like a home to me. I am certain this is thanks to the strong friendship you have with one another. That is why I must swear to fight to protect this warmth, rather than be protected by it. I am willing, time and time again, to protect these seeds of beauty, to allow them to bloom into pure and radiant flowers, to demonstrate my devotion to them. It is an inherent part of the journey of Argenti. In the pursuit of defending beauty, I have bled into unconsciousness. And in the ensuing stupor, I have witnessed countless times their traces spreading from beneath my feet, reaching into the unknown before me. My rational mind tells me no. Yet my heart tells me to believe. In those past hallucinations, I kept running. Their footprints on the mire-ridden path moved me to a sadness beyond tears. And every time, I was a breath away from catching a glimpse of their figure. Yes, this is my duty. It is a never-ending cycle of falling and standing up again. Each time I wander closer to death, it gets me closer to the path the beauty once walked. This is my vow as a Knight of Beauty. I shall find a way to escape. It matters not if my flesh is pierced by the insect's horns. The closer I get to death, the closer I may get to the path of the beauty. I apologize. I have been rambling. As I said, articulation has never been my forte. Let us return to the point at hand. Do I have your support? You do. Thank you. Your understanding is more precious than any treasure. I have faced many a traveler, encountered flattery and provocation aplenty. It is rare to find a spirit as pure as yours. In that case, please forgive my inappropriate manner. Our friendship is new, but was forged in the heat of battle, which I only wish we had been able to conclude. I hope now we may conclude it still, that I may leave without regret. I shall prove my will with the blade, defend my honor, and uphold my dignity with the protocol of combat. Win or lose, I will accept the outcome, and thus bid you farewell. My friend, it is an honor to fight against you.
I can kick his ass finally.
Move carefully.
Did you come here of your own volition? In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Let the duel commence. My gallant friend, put forth all your might.
Okay. Try that again! Go away! You can't run!
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Existence fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
You have the worst luck running in. Watch this!
To the finish.
Try that again! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
Rise to the challenge. Pledge thine loyalty. Yes.
You can't run!
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
The flesh wound.
In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Bear witness to honor.
Stay right there while I give you a present!
Lance at the ready. Lance ablaze! Flaming lance! Forward!
I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall fall.
The flesh wound.
Again.
Try that again!
Confess.
Familiar.
You can't run!
Half the work is already done. Existence is fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
My turn!
Rise to the challenge.
I'm on guard. Fracture!
Behold this symbol of pure beauty. You are fighting a gentleman.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Another journey begins. In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Pledge thine loyalty.
Try that again!
Rise to the challenge, my gallant friend. Put forth all your might.
Familiar.
You can't run! Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move! You have the worst luck running into me. With me out here, how can we lose? Try that again!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
front! Go away! You can't run!
Lance ablaze! Flaming Lance! Forward!
Rise to the challenge.
Did you come here of your own volition? Or was it fate? Systems as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
The flesh wound.
I weep for the departed. Dusk reigns, the two shall fall. Again?
My gallant friend, put forth all your might.
My turn. Stay right there while I give you a present.
Step
Gotta try
aside.
hard sometimes.
I have no interest
Check
in
out
swimming.
this awesome move.
Rise to the challenge.
Lance at the ready. Fracture!
Oh, that felt good.
Your demeanor, strength, and the etiquette of your combat. I admit you have won me over.
God damn it.
Extraordinary and enjoyable in equal measure. Encountering an opponent of your caliber proves the existence of the beauty. The end of our battle signifies my departure. The moment has finally arrived for me to bid farewell to the Express. Excellent, dear friend. After completing my mission here, I shall find somewhere else that requires my protection. Worry not.
Hopefully
As a
far
knight,
away.
I bear the resolve and honor of assured victory. My body, tempered by countless battles, will not easily be broken. Such a brief, fortuitous encounter. It has been an honor knowing each and every one of you on the Express.
Let's go talk with the others.
So, how did your talk with Argenti go?
It
I see. Based on our dealings with him so far, I can't say I'm overly surprised. Sounds like the kind of plan a younger me might have come up with. But that doesn't mean I approve of it. How do you see things? I suppose it all depends on how you see his understanding of and devotion to the beauty. If you're certain, I trust your judgment.
I took a nap just now. I dreamt there was another me piloting Argenti's one and only. What's wrong with me? I never dream. After stealing Argenti's spaceship, I said to myself, go find Argenti. I'm not the type to start caring about people I've only just met. The dream made me feel a little uneasy. So what on earth is Argenti up to, anyway?
He's about to die.
Huh? What? He wants to fight that huge bug on his own? So all that talk of departing the mortal coil and bidding farewell to a plant, that was all serious? You refused him, right? That's a suicide mission! And for what? Don't get me wrong, I don't really care. But if he dies, how am I going to turn my life around? Alright, fine, I care about him. Ugh, why is he so difficult? Are his beliefs more important than his life? No way, I've gotta talk some sense into him.
Please don't.
After jumping from the Express, I shall pierce the wall of the giant Sting's stomach. It should then violently convulse, so the Express can escape the confines of its body. Velite, have you something to say?
It's reckless to put yourself in danger. Do you really have to fulfill your nightly duty? Isn't there another way? I just don't get it.
You too are worried for my safety. You may not have realized, but you have a unique and noble soul. I hope I can keep my promise to escort you to your destination.
You... Oh, what the heck? Fine. I can be brave too, you know. If you insist on doing this, then I'm coming with you. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be alive right now. I may not be as strong as you, but I'll do whatever I can.
I appreciate that. But it would be best for you to remain on the Express.
You're impossible. Fine. It suddenly struck me that if it weren't for this accident, we would never have met, let alone become friends. My life is a third-rate fiction next to your heroic saga, but at least they coincided. So you still want to do it? Are we gonna say goodbye here? Then don't die. I'll be waiting for you. After we fix this mess, you've got some spokesperson duties at my company to attend to. Just make sure you come back in one piece.
He will not.
Do not worry. You will hear my shout. Idrilla the Beauty is the most peerless beauty of them all. Once the Express is safely out, I will devise my own exit plan and navigate my way to safety. Until next time. Having witnessed this spectacle, I am sure you will come to grasp the depth of my convictions. In the sanguine, eternal night of the universe, my existence professes a loyalty greater than the guileless.
Hey! We made it! What is that? Did the Express make the universe explode?
No, this is a hallucination caused by the giant Sting. The commotion must have led to a great shedding of wing particles.
Huh? Then maybe the insect wasn't that big? Maybe it was all an illusion?
No.
I'm afraid not, March.
I saw it, its mouth. It was huge.
I bet Argenti would think these fireworks were really... beautiful. We didn't know him very long, but he was a pretty nice guy. I hope he made it.
I hope
The
not.
Express managed to escape the crisis, but Pom-Pom still feels a little sad.
Oh, poor
Pom-Pom wonders what happened to Argenti.
No.
Velite just left the Express too. He looked really upset. I guess he didn't know what Argenti was thinking either.
The Knights of Beauty are made up of individuals who are used to traveling through the cosmos alone. They are difficult to understand, and the starry sky is their home. Perhaps this fireworks show is a symbol of his honor.
But the fireworks...
And the starry sky?
He didn't see it.
He has his own goals. And struggles. After all, the Eon of Beauty has likely
he's
already
struggling a
fallen.
lot. Whatever he's...
You mean Idrilla? The one he wouldn't stop talking about? But he said he'd find them and fulfill his duty to protect them.
The fact that Adrilla has fallen is tacitly acknowledged by some Knights of Beauty. Naturally, there are others who don't want to believe it. Like the one you met. He probably thinks that Adrilla is simply missing, hiding somewhere beyond the reach of mortals. The crisis is over, and our unexpected guest has left. But I think there's still something we should talk about. In your opinion, what is beauty? They must be beautiful eyes. Beauty takes many forms, and different people have different answers. I wonder what exactly it is that the Knights of Beauty are pursuing through the cosmos. Let's assume that Argenti finds the missing Adrilla. Will he be able to recognize them with his human eyes? Or, obsessed with his version of them, will he turn a blind eye and not even see them for who they are?
It did seem like he had a kind of tunnel vision. And it sounded like he was holding himself to unreachable standards to attain his dreams. I didn't quite wrap my head around him. I guess if we're ever back in Belobog and see a red-headed knight shouting into trash cans, "Idrilla! Are you in there? Idrilla!" I won't be surprised. But so what? I still think he was a nice guy, even if he was a bit weird.
Where were we supposed to be going again?
No, he survived. Question marks, yeah. God damn it. He survived. What the heck? Weird, that still says one. Ah. What? What does it want? Ah, just access to friends stuff. I'll check that later.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Was it not this one? It just double checking.
Aren't you going to watch the fight, Zila? He's defending his championship title.
Ugh, nah, I'll pass. It's not like anyone else has a chance with him around.
You're right about that. I get it if you don't want to join in the fun. It's all the same after a while. Ah, what a rare moment of rest. Maybe I should find a spot to stretch my legs a bit too.
Zila and Oleg. I wonder what they're talking about. I'll go ask them.
What time is it? Oh, it's...
Hey, isn't that the Trailblazer? It's been a while since I've seen you around. How you doing?
Hey, how have your travels been? Thanks to you, things are pretty peaceful around here. The Chief and I are getting restless.
I'm not even doing the main story.
Silly girl. Just a few days of hard-earned rest, and you're already making it sound like jail time. Oh, you heard us.
I think I'll just
We were talking about my student Luca. Oh, you probably haven't met him.
Relax, playing some
In
Sea of
short,
Thieves.
he's a top-tier fighter in the underworld. Was also doing work for Wildfire before, just not in this town. Oh, right. She hasn't seen Luca defend his championship title before, right? Zila, why don't you take our hero and swing by the Fight Club to show her the match? What? You don't want to?
No, it's just... I'm worried Luca might do something stupid again.
Oh, I remember now. Luca was defending his title once, and Zila was watching in the audience. The opponent for that fight was too weak. They went down with just a few punches. I don't know what got into Luca after that, but he said out loud that he wanted Zila to come up and fight him right there and then.
Why don't we stop there, Chief? I'd rather not relive the moment.
Okay, I'll stop. Anyway, that's what Luca's like. He forgets about himself once he's in the mood. But I trust Luca not to make the same mistake again. So, back to the original suggestion. Are you good to take her to the Fight Club, Zila?
Ugh, fine. I'll take you there.
That's more like it. The more friends, the merrier. I hope you can get along with my favorite student.
Why does Luca always come sneaking back into town like this? I haven't seen him for a while. I hope he's grown up a bit since then.
Nah, there's no one to raid. Bummer. Well, I'll just end here.